You're listening to Career Ready, and I'm Coach K. Getting you ready for your corporate career. We conclude this week of our 21 things you need to do in your first 2 weeks of a new job by covering items 8 to 10. So far, we have covered 1. Prepare your lunches and outfits in advance. 2. Dress smart. 3. Ask questions. 4. Make notes. 5. Get set up. 6. Set up a one-on-one with your new manager. And 7. Know your teammates' names. And just a reminder that if you missed any of the previous sessions, I will upload them all this week on my YouTube channel at Hello Coach K so you can catch up. Now let's continue with our list from number 8. Number 8 is know where you fit in. One of the biggest challenges when starting a new job is trying to conceptualize where you fit in, not just in the team, but the greater organization as well. What this does for you though is it helps you identify how closely related you are to supporting functions and who your key stakeholders are. It might give you insights into where you want to land next, but also it will show you what areas you need to focus on to add the most value. So don't be shy to ask for training manuals, business documents like organograms, team structures that will help you understand where you are and where your team fits in. My first job was a temp job in an elite customer service team. I was covering for a teammate who was about to go on maternity leave. I knew that I couldn't earn that temp salary for more than 3 months, which meant I needed to move up and I needed to do it quickly. I knew that knowing where I fit in, where I am in the food chain, would be the key for me to reach my goals. So I searched for the company organogram to see where my team fits in. I assessed who my key internal stakeholders were, and I introduced myself to all of them. And then I did one more important thing. I made it a point to make their lives easier. I was helpful and willing to listen and learn from the advice they were offering. This meant I learned the job far quicker and was able to do my job so well that within a month and a half, I'd signed my contract for a permanent position. Next on our list is number 9, and that is get acquainted with your new team. Relationship building is going to be a key skill that you will need to develop when you work in corporate, but you can practice this until you get quite comfortable with it, so don't worry. Building and maintaining good relationships will help you to cultivate 3 things. A good healthy work culture and relationship with your teammates. B, information or knowledge sharing, which is essential because this is the free flow of information that you will need in order to do your job well. And you will get this information from your managers, your teammates, and other stakeholders. And C, it creates a sense of loyalty. You will need this because not all corporate environments are friendly, and you will need backup from your teammates and managers sometimes. Remember, you are not alone. So make sure that you make deliberate efforts to spend some individual time with each of them. Now let's move on to our last one today, which is number 10. Meet and greet your stakeholders. A stakeholder in corporate terms was first defined by the Stanford Research Institute as a member without whose support the organization would cease to exist. You can get 2 types of stakeholders, internal and external. Internal stakeholders are within your organization, and these are people that you will interact with directly and who will have an interest or claim in the outputs that you produce. Secondly are your external stakeholders, and those are individuals who fall outside of the company structure, but who you will still need to engage with, like customers, suppliers, or contractors. When you start a new job, it's always great practice to introduce yourself to your stakeholders so that they know who's taking over your functions, how to reach you, but also what you hope to be able to assist them with, and what processes you expect followed for smooth communication and effective execution of work. You want to be able to meet their expectations and perhaps exceed them even in the way that you are going to take over the job and do things in your own unique way. That brings us to the end of this week's session. We will continue next week. As I said, we're halfway down the list of our 21 things that you need to do in your first 2 weeks of a new job. And I hope you guys are still with me. I'll see you then. That's it from me today. Thank you so much for joining. You can continue the conversation with me on LinkedIn by following my hashtag QM Career Coaching, or on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as well at Hello Coach K, or if you prefer, you can send me an email at info@hellocoachk.com. See you next time.